Guess we're still hard at work, aren't we? This is part 8 of Yakuza 3 Remastered. I've got to see Kashiwagi-san, so I'll head to the Kazama office in the Millennium Tower. Yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And before we continue, I do want to say if you enjoy what I do, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. It helps. To our 45,786 subscribers, your support really does mean a lot, and you'll notice I include my channel analytics in, so that way you guys know. Or not, because I can always fit it back. Watch time has not changed. 77.7% of our watch time is from non-subscribers. Can we fix that at least, so that way I could at least grow? Anyway, last time we started Chapter 5 of Yakuza 3. And let's just say things aren't as pretty as it were. I decided to do sub-stories because why the hell not? It's not like there's much else we can do. There's like about 27 of these. There's like a whole load of sub-stories we can do all over the place. But that's not why we're here. Yeah, I could do some, but not all. The reason for that is because there are over 119 sub-stories in Yakuza 3. Yeah, some sub-stories are split into multiple parts. And that takes up a lot of my time on that too. Ah, great. I gotta deal with morons like him too. Yeah, I like how they run away and stuff like that. That's just stupid. Yeah, you have to actually kick the enemies. You have to kick enemies into it. Kick objects into enemies to deal more damage. Which is kind of stupid. And I'm just trying to grind up so I can at least get some stronger moves and abilities. But your attack power does not increase in Yakuza 3. It does not. Yeah, like you deserve at least that. Yeah, that's agreeable. It's behind me. Why does this feel like every time I encounter enemies in both Yakuza 3 and 4, they're like Pokemon battles? Where to? The dojo.
Nanja?
Well, if it isn't my favorite pupil, it has been far too long since our last meeting. I'm pleased you have come to see me. It's good to see you too. Doing well, I assume? Of course. I have more pupils than I know what to do with ever since I opened this dojo. It's been quite a while since you left Kamurocho, Kiryu. Have you retained the skills I taught you, or have they grown rusty in the time that has passed? Well, I haven't been fighting for my life as much ever since I moved to Okinawa. I suppose I haven't really had many chances to use your moves in combat. To be honest, I'm not even sure if I remember them all anymore. Still, I might need to use your techniques to protect the ones I love. Would you mind teaching them to me again? Very well. Let us revisit your training once more. First, we must review what you've already learned. I can't teach you new techniques if you cannot remember the simplest basics. Let's see what you still remember. Sounds good. Oh, I've got it. 3 of my former pupils work here in Kamurocho. Find them and challenge them to a fight. Wait, what? I thought you were going to teach me again, not some of your pupils. Everything must be done in the proper order. Defeating fighters who are skilled in my techniques should help you remember the moves you've forgotten. These pupils of mine are some of the finest fighters I've ever taught. You won't have an easy time of it, believe me. I believe you. I'm more than a little rusty. All right, where can I find them? I will tell you where you can find them. Listen carefully. The first works at a sushi restaurant. He quit his training to pursue his dream of being a sushi chef. The second one also works at some kind of restaurant. I don't remember the name, but it had something to do with smiling. The third one works as a barker on Shikifuchu Street. He works in some sort of club. Would you like to hear my explanation? No. Very well. Come to see me when you've located and defeated all my pupils. Well, looks like we got work to do. Looks like we gotta work to regain what we lost. First, let us head down to Tsuyoshi, and that's in the south. Still, I can't believe it. That was actually pretty something, to say the least. Let's check at the M store at least, because we actually did complete a sub-story or two. Alright. Here's a Shonen 5. Here's a Shonen 5. Got that copy of Shonen 5 Taichi wanted. You'll be over the moon when I get back. More locker keys. It's like not much has really changed in the game. It's just that how do you go from a game like Yakuza Kiwami 2 where its combat is refined and there's a lot to do, to stuff like this. To stuff like this. And to be fair, this is basically a remaster of a game that came out on the PS3 in 2010. Yeah, and back then it did not get a physical release. Only a digital release because back then, Yakuza, or Like a Dragon, was not as popular as it is now. It was the same. Oh, wait, I have to wonder if it did. Because I know Yakuza 4 and 5 didn't get physical releases. 3 did. Incoming trainer encounter. Okay, now I'm pissed as hell. You know, if you're gonna harass me and do that crap, wow. Yeah, because once I hopefully get my hands on moves like the Tiger Drop, then it would probably make the journey a little more bearable. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, now get lost. It's Kiryu. Hey, it's Yanai, the freelance photographer, remember? Yanai? Oh yeah, from the Hirata case. The papers love the shots. They're gonna be in next week's edition. They printed off a few proofs, so I sent that one that bar for you. Shellac. Might be worth reading, if you got time. See ya. An article about the Hiratas, huh? Guess I should head over to Shellac sooner or later. And I also gotta make sure to unlock the 3 techniques that I missed, because there's also a revelation I need to get. Ah. That clown again. Yeah, I got more stuff again. This one has a much better defense. There's Tsuyoshi. Welcome. We got some great magurin today. I didn't come to eat today. I heard that one of old man Komaki's pupils were here. You're Kazama Kiryu. The master told me about you. I've been waiting for you to show up. Why don't we step outside? Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Here should be good enough. Right then, let's get started. Why did you quit Komaki's dojo? I came to train at Tokyo sushi restaurant to help my father get out of debt. But you know how things can be in a city like this. You have to do whatever you can to survive. In the end, my hands were most often used to hurt people, not to make delicious sushi. I heard about Komaki-style fighting at the gambling hall. The moment I did, I forgot all my training as a sushi chef. But when I met the owner of the place I'm working at now, I remembered how I used to feel about everything. About sushi. I want to make the best sushi in the world and help my father keep his restaurant afloat. That's why I quit Master Komaki's dojo. I see. Still, I like that dojo. I knew I could get stronger there. I've always wanted to be strong. Alright, and Kiryu-san, let's see how my Komaki training fares against the real opponent. You ready? Yep, it's training time. Yep. You're gonna have to rely on weapons. Yeah, rely on using weapons so you can deal the most damage. You win. You're as strong as I thought you were. You're quite the impressive fighter yourself. Hearing that from you makes the sting of defeat a little less painful. I guess my training didn't go to waste after all. You don't need your fist anymore. Your sushi should be enough to protect your father's restaurant. You'll be alright. Thanks. You got away with words, you know. I feel a little better now thanks to you. Guess I better get back to work, if you'll excuse me. Fighting him dredged up memories of one of the Komaki techniques I used to know. We can now use the Komaki Narpat. Guard as the enemy attacks and then immediately press triangle to parry it. Well, I better find the next student. The next student's in Smileburger. Could this be it? Welcome. What can I get for you today? Actually, I'm not a customer. Are you one of old Komaki's pupils? Huh? Wait, are you Kazama Kiryu? The master told me about you. You need to fight me to remember what you learned before, is that right? I may be working in a fast food restaurant now, but there was a time when I thought I could be the very best. So you're the Dragon of Dojima. Even the master recognizes your legendary skill. I'd love to get the chance to see if my Komaki techniques can stand up to you. Let's take it outside. Boss, taking my break now. Hey, hold on it. Dang it! Here should work. I'm not gonna hold back. Let's do this. Time to begin our second lecture. Like I said, you gotta take advantage of using every skill you have possible to get it done. My advice, just use weapons. Because weapons are your best bet against them, especially bicycles. I can't believe it! The master was right about you. You won fair and square. I thought I had studied the Komaki style longer than almost anyone, but I know now that I still got a lot to learn. Looks like I'd forgotten what it's like to be in a real fight. Huh. That was a good workout. Oh, thanks for that. Fighting you has really gotten my blood pumping. Made me want to come out of retirement. I'm sure you could go right back into training if you wanted to. Thank you for everything. Oops, I better get back inside. My boss is going to be mad. But feel free to come back to visit. As a customer next time. I will. Good luck. Fighting him dredged up memories of one of the Komaki techniques I used to know. The Komaki Tiger Drop. Hold R1 to go into a fighting stance. Press triangle to as an enemy attacks to unleash it. Well, I better find the next student. Well, the next student is somewhere in Shikifuku Street. Not in Taihei. Right around here. And he's basically in front of the MEB, the men's entertainment booth. Well, at least I call that progress. As for my items, I need to make room. Seriously, I'm actually doing this because I have to make sure. I don't need this anymore. Good. I think I got a good amount of items to last. But then I'll have to stock up on stamina and royales. Alright, this must be the third guy. Okay, enter trainer encounter. Well, I may as well test out this. Come on, hit me, I dare you. Okay. Fine, I'll just beat you down until I make you. Come on. I got all day, buddy. Get off! And you need to buzz off. Seriously, I can't even test out the Tiger Drop. Thanks for that, now I gotta meet this guy. Hey, you, why don't you take a load off at our hostess club? Our girls are as cute as they come. Not right now. I've got business with you, actually. Are you one of Komaki's students? What? By any chance, are you Kazama Kiryu? Yeah, that's me. So you're the famous Kiryu. Master Komaki told me all about you. He wants you to fight his former pupil so you can remember the moves he taught you in the past, right? Kiryu-san, if a man wants to be popular with women in Kamurocho, what is the one thing he needs? Huh? You asking for my advice or something? You see, Kiryu-san, I've seen a lot of people in my time here, and I've determined that strength isn't the only thing you need to be drowning in women. You have to be swimming in cash. That's what's really important. I realize I have a better chance with women if I worked hard and saved up money for a year instead of wasting my time training with Komaki. That's why I'm working here now. Hey, if I beat you, will you give me a little extra cash? Just kidding. Having money can definitely make life easier, but it can't buy you everything. Did you really quit training with Komaki to make a bit more money? I mean, I like training and getting stronger too, but I know it takes more than sheer strength to impress women. Besides, I'm already pretty strong. It's time for me to work on something else. Strength isn't everything, huh? Well, why don't you show me just how strong you really are? Let's do this. Let's do this then. Hit me, I dare you. Oh, that's the parry. That's a nasty bugger. Oh, I still have that. I really need to take advantage of my heat moves. No, I can't believe I lost. How can you be this strong? I underestimated you. You did pretty well, but you're clearly out of practice. You're right. I'm sorry for not taking this more seriously. I'm never gonna get a girl like this. I need to get back to my training, huh? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be strong or have money, but you need more than that if you want a woman. You've got to be a real man. And you're never going to find a woman if you keep wearing that frown wherever you go. You're right. Thanks for the tips. I shouldn't be wasting my time working here. I've got to work on myself instead. Fighting him drenched up memories of one of the Komaki techniques I used to know. We can now use the Komaki parry. Hold R1 to enter a fighting stance, then press circle when an enemy attacks with a bare fist to activate it. I've defeated all the old man's pupils. Better get back to the dojo. Ah, here we go again. The things I do to get stronger, you know? Really? You're using swords now? So that's the tiger drop. Come on, hit me, I dare you. Fine. If you don't want me to hit you, then I'll be the... If you don't want me to hit you, I'm going to do it anyway. Diplomatic? More like foolish. Yeah, this is like Pokemon for whatever reason. Now let's return to the dojo. Oh, if it isn't my dearest disciple. I heard you defeated all 3 of my former pupils. I knew you could do it. Seems your skills are not as rusty as I once thought. I suppose. They all put up a pretty good fight, though. It definitely helped me remember all the techniques you taught me in the past. Excellent. Once you learn a technique, it stays with you, even when you think you have completely forgotten it. Yeah, looks like I've got it all back now. Thanks for the help, old man. Now that I got the old techniques back, can I start learning some new ones? Not so fast. The people you defeated are skilled fighters indeed. But they are former pupils, not current ones. I believe you still have more to remember, yes? Yeah, you might be right. Those former pupils of yours were tough, but if I could spar against someone tougher, I might remember even more old techniques. Very well then. Would you like to try facing an active Komaki master? You mean you? No. You will be facing my top pupil. I can vouch for his strength. You may not be able to beat him. Really? Well, it's not like I'm completely out of practice. We'll see how tough this guy is. Alright, let's do this. Guess I'm the final boss for you, huh, Kiryu-san? I do train for hours every single day. I think you'll find me a difficult opponent to beat. Are you ready? Now, begin! The training continues. Well, I better take advantage of using weapons. Yeah, but this guy likes to move a lot. Well, that wasn't so bad. You win. You did well. If I hadn't been paying attention, you might have laid me out on the floor. Here I was thinking I was the best of Master Komaki students. I'll train hard so the next time we face each other, I'll come out on top. I'd be happy to fight you again. Give you another chance to test your skills. We can now use the Komaki Daruma Tumbler. Press X again while quick stepping to enhance it even further. Well done. I do believe your Komaki techniques have once again been honed to perfection. Practicing all these old techniques made me want to train with you again. Maybe you can teach me some new moves next time, old man. Well, feel free to come back whenever you like. I very much enjoy watching you grow stronger. Well, I'm glad I can at least provide you with some entertainment. And if it keeps you from going senile, then it's well worth the pain. Hey now, I'm still young, you know. Show your master some respect. Sorry to ruffle your feathers, old man. I'll see you later. We did get our... I will have to get my hands on the next set of techniques eventually. And when I do, that's when the real fun starts. What? An email? Yep, there it is. It's in the batting cages this time. Yeah, I didn't really think I'd be heading down to the batting cages. Alright, let's head to the batting cages because there's another revelation we need to get. And then we'll be done with Chapter 5. Yeah, Yakuza 3 has 12 chapters. And I've got to make sure I get much of my moves and abilities. I'm not going to just head into the end game right away. I will take the opportunity to do like sub-stories so I can raise up my level strong enough so I can do this. Alright, let's head in. What's this? Hit him low, then hit him high. Oh, that's gonna get painful. Another revelation. Well, it was actually just a guy getting hit in the crotch by a stray ball. And while any man can understand how painful it is, girls seem to find it hilarious. At least the poor guy helped me think of a technique that'll really hit it where it hurts. We learned the essence of rolling. Yeah, all these essences and they end at chapter 10. I want to make sure I get all of them. Okay, so now with all that done, we're going to head now into the Millennium Tower. But I want to also... Nah, I'm good. I gotta make sure I sell that. At least I'm thankful I got much done. Got new abilities, gotten to remember some, and revelations which allow me to unlock more stuff. And that's going to help me out in my training. And hopefully completing this game. Alright, time for us to finish Chapter 5 by heading into the Millennium Tower itself. Place still as lively as ever, I'd say. No, we have to head downstairs. Now the Millennium Tower actually does feel like a proper tower. Because I remember in Kiwami 2, the tower was basically abandoned. But this time around, it's a bit of a different case. And it's going to change even more once we get to it. Alright, let's go.
Kiryu.
This is Osamu Kashiwagi, captain of the Dojo clan.
Kashiwagi-san. あまり時間がない。お前とはいろいろと話しておかなければならないことがある。はい。今日の幹部会のことだ。
ああ？どういうことや？4代目呼び戻すやと？
This is Tsuyoshi Kanda, patriarch of the Nishikiyama family.
そうだ。今6代目が現場を離れたら、登場界の基盤が揺るぎかねん。 ここは最悪の事態も想定し、他の組織も承服する人間に登場会を任せるのが先決だ。
何やと？
私は賛成です。
This is Yoshitaka Mine, chairman of the Hakuho clan.
峰おのれ。
神田の兄貴、ここは桐生4代目に出張ってもらうのが最善の策です。
何やと？
頭、俺は6代目と直接杯を交わした間柄です。本来なら何があっても大悟さんに戻ってきてもらいたい。ですが近江連合やその他の組織のこともあります。ここは早急に他の組織が納得できる代行を立て、大悟さんの帰りを待つしかないと思います。
うん。
今さら何言うとんじゃ。国道が頭取られて落ち着いとる場合か。株ばっかりやって頭おかしいとんちゃうか。おお峰。
俺も神田と同じ意見です。極道だったらまずやることは後目のことよりも返しが先でしょう。
This is Go Hamazaki, patriarch of the Hamazaki family.
浜崎。
頭、俺が仕入れた情報じゃ会長跳ねたのは風間のおじきによく似た男と聞きましたが。
浜崎お前それほんまか。どういうこっちゃ。
6代目の側近の話だと、大悟が会長室で撃たれた時、部屋にいたのは風間の親父によく似た男だったらしいが。
まあ一度死んだはずのおじきが生き返るわけもありません。別の人間だとは思いますが。頭、なんかご存知なんじゃないですか。
いや、俺も全く見当がつかない。
どちらにしても今登場会がすべきことは、会長を撃った男を捕まえて誰が戦争を仕掛けたのかを探ることでしょう。4代目桐生さんを戻すのはそれからでも良いのでは。
いや、それは違う。今は早急に登場会の足場を固めることが先決です。直系99団体桐生さんを代行に立てて一枚岩になっていかないと組織は崩壊してしまう。
桐生ってなんやねんお前。そんなに桐生に後目渡したいっちゅうんやったら、いっそのこと俺が桐生の首取ったるわ。
神田お前。
頭、この際やから言うときますわ。うちら三代目錦山組、桐生の下に入んのはお断りや。初代も先代も桐生にやられたいうこと、うちら錦山組は忘れてへん。
だがそん時お前は強姦罪で無所の中だっただろうが。
しゃがじゃボケが。とにかく桐生の首取る理由、錦山組にはあるんじゃ。こうなったら桐生ぶっ殺してわしが登場界の跡目になったる。桐生は登場界の敵じゃ。わしの手で桐生の首取ったら。
それは聞き捨てならない話だな。
ああ？
桐生さんとやり合うのは構わない。だが錦山組に登場界の跡目渡すわけにはいかねえってことだねえ頭。
何を言っているんだ。今跡目の話なんかしている場合か。
でも頭は桐生さんを呼ぼうとしている。俺も神田と同じでそれには反対なんですよ。
浜崎。
このまま桐生さんが代行に座ればそのまま7代目に復帰ということもある。お前もそれは嫌だろう峰。もう一人の幹部の意見も聞きたいね。真島の兄さんよ。
This is Goro Majima, patriarch of the Majima family.
あんたも本部の若頭補佐だ。何か喋ってくださいよ。
アホくさ。
あ
俺は別にどうでもええ。あんたらで好きにやってくれや。
どういうことや。
風間のおっさんの亡霊探すもよし、桐生ちゃんとドンパチするのもよし、好きにせえ。そうや、一言言うとくわ。喧嘩すんのは結構やが、もしうちの島に入ってきたら、そん時は怪我するだけじゃ済まへんで。
真島。
ほな。桐生ちゃん、えらいことになったで。
そんなことが。
すでにお前がカムロ町に戻ってきたことを知っている組もあるだろう。特に神田の動きには気をつけろ。
はい。
おそらくそれぞれの組がそれぞれの行動に出る。俺は神田の動きを抑え、一刻も早く大悟を撃った男というのを突き止めるつもりだ。
その件ですが、実は
これは。
Last night, the man in this sketch shot the patriarch of the Ryoto family down in Okinawa, a guy by the name Nakahara. And you're sure this is what the attacker looked like? I didn't believe it myself at first, but the girl who watched it all go down drew this afterward, which means the 6th chairman and this Nakahara were assaulted by the same man. The pieces are all falling into place. What do you mean? More likely than not, Daigo's involvement in the Okinawa deal is what led to his being attacked. You mean the resort? Yes. As you're well aware, the Dojo aided the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, and Transportation in acquiring the land necessary to build Minister Suzuki's proposed resort. Right, but Daigo told me you guys backed out, that the government was trying to negotiate with the locals instead. They were. But it seems someone else has started scooping up the land. There must be another party involved in all this. Speaking of, the man in that sketch didn't just shoot Nakahara, he also stole the deed to his land. What? I'd bet the man showed up asking for the deed, then put a bullet in Nakahara when he refused to hand it over. Then it's safe to assume the assault on the 6th chairman was for the same reason, specifically for the land your orphanage rests on, Kiryu. So Daigo knows who these people are. In all likelihood, yes. The truth of it is, that resort deal could have brought massive cash flow into the Tojo clan. Minister Suzuki was eager to remind us of that fact at any possible moment. But Daigo was firm in his resolve. He refused? Why? I think you know. It was because of your orphanage, Kiryu. Once he learned you would be evicted and your kids would lose their home, he washed his hands of the whole thing. So he put himself in harm's way to keep us safe. Where is he now? Somewhere safe. I checked him into a hospital. Which one? I think it's best you don't know. I can't have you going there and risk someone following you. You'll just have to trust me for the time being. I can do that. How's he doing, though? Balancing on a knife's edge at the moment. The next week or so will determine which way he falls. Right.
だが、もしこの絵の男が犯人だとして、どうやって沖縄と東京の移動を。
中原が撃たれたのは昨日の4時過ぎ。大悟が撃たれた時間が6時半ごろ。差し引いて2時間半。
沖縄東京間は飛行機でもそれくらい時間がかかる。 どうやったって空港から登場会に来る時間はないんだが。
これは
停電か。変だな。カムロ町の明かりはついてるみたいだ。
柏木さん、柏木さん。
桐生、この男とつながってるやつを探し出せ。
つながってる。
多分そいつは沖縄のリゾート開発の裏で利権を狙ってる。そいつは登場会に。
登場会内部の人間ですか？
そいつを探し出せ。いいな。
はい。柏木さん、柏木さん。
Jeez. What more can I say on this? We've known Kashiwagi since Yakuza Kiwami 0 and Kiwami 2. To see him die in 3, that's messed up. Anyway, that is it for this part of Yakuza 3. We will continue in the next chapter, in part 9, hopefully. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit the like button, it means a lot. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. I will see you then. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out.